Hello, peeps. Welcome to another Power Packed Phillips podcast. If you would, please take a moment, write down that your homework tonight is workbook page 23, problems 1 through 4. Please write down your homework tonight is workbook page 23, problems 1 through 4. Just a friendly reminder, please do your homework in your notes/homework spiral. Do not do your homework in your algebra workbook. Alrighty, before we get started on today's podcast, just a little shout out to my Colt fans out there. TY from Jay Cutler and Da Bears. Thanks, Colts, for taking the Vikings down. The Bears and Jay Cutler appreciate it, and so does Mr. Phillips. Alrighty, please write down in your notes/homework spiral that today's podcast is going to be on lesson 3.3, solving multi-step equations. Please write down this is lesson 3.3, solving multi-step equations. Alrighty guys, please write down the equation 7x plus 2 parentheses x plus 6 parentheses equals 39. All right, the first thing I will do is the distributive property. So the first thing that I'm going to do is the distributive property. Anytime you have an equation and you have the distributive property, do that first. So right here I have the distributive property, so I'm going to do 2 times x. For my visual people, yes, there is an imaginary coefficient of 1 here. So we actually have 2 times 1x. And I'm going to say that 2 times 1 is 2. And some animal nice. In this case, a pig follows me everywhere I go. So your pig is going to follow you everywhere you go. The next thing I'm going to do is distribute and multiply 2 times 6. So 2 times 6 is going to give me 12. So I'm going to circle my 2x and I'm going to circle my 12. Now I'm going to rewrite my original equation. I'm going to take out this part, the distributive property here, and instead of having the distributive property right there, I'm going to put in a 2x and I'm going to put in a 12. So this is a positive 2x. I got it from right here, and I have a positive 12. I got that from right here. Now, I am going to do hearts and stars. Whenever you're doing hearts and stars, you have a choice. You can combine the hearts first, or you can combine the stars first. It doesn't matter. So your choice, either put your hearts together first, or your stars. I am going to put my hearts together first. So I have 7x plus 2x. Since they are on the same side of the line, I'm just going to combine 7x and 2x. 7 plus 2 gives me 9, and my piggy follows me everywhere I go. Now I'm going to rewrite the problem. 9x plus 12 equals 39. Again, I am a visual person, so I will do my hearts and stars. Remember, whenever you cross the line, you do the inverse or opposite operation. So I'm going to put these stars together, but since I'm going to cross the line, I'm going to do the inverse or opposite operation because these stars are on different sides of the line. So I'm going to do the inverse of adding 12, which is to subtract 12. Remember in math, you do the same thing on both sides of the equation. Do the same thing on both sides of the equation. So I will write a minus 12 over here. These will cancel. They will give you 0, or you can cross them out. So I'm left with 9x equals, when I do 39 minus 12, that should give me 27. BRB. The 9 is touching the variable x. When they are touching each other, that means multiplication. I am going to do the inverse operation. The inverse operation of multiplication is division. In math, algebra, I'm going to write my division with a fraction bar. Now, I'm going to say, what happens in Vegas stays in Vegas. Oops, I mean what happens in yellow stays in yellow. What happens in yellow stays in yellow. Remember our golden rule. We're going to do the same thing on both sides of the equation. So, what happened in yellow stays in yellow. Do the same thing on both sides of your equation. So you divide by 9 here, you divide by 9 here. These will cancel. I'm left with variable x equals, this means 27 divided by 9. 27 divided by 9 gives me 3. So, in this case, x equals 3. There you go. That's all there is to solving a multi-step equation. Remember, do your distributive property first. Rewrite the equation. Hearts and stars. If only the Bears can make it that easy this Sunday. See ya.